don't believe it.
Well, today is the day. Keep your eyes peeled for a souped-up DeLorean to suddenly appear on our streets. You might just see Marty McFly on a time travel back to the future. So, question for you, John. Will he be surprised at what he finds? Oh, is
Not
it John?
necessarily, Jennifer. You know when you say to young people, stay in school and become a television journalist when you grow up? In fact, just stay at home and practice silly voices. Yes, silly voices that get you into movies like this that it did Christopher Lloyd all those years ago in the predictions for the future to this day. Have a listen.
All right, Doc, what's going on, huh? Where are we? When are we?
We're descending toward Hill Valley, California at 4:29 p.m. on Wednesday, October 21st, 2015.
2015?
We have drones. We have the Cubs in a World Series drive. We have a baseball team in Florida. We are able to order food remotely in restaurants. All of this predicted in this movie all those years ago. In fact, we have handheld devices we can talk to. Say Marty McFly.
Okay, I found this on the web for Say Marty McFly.
There you go. The future predicted way back then. It's what we have now. Cars flying? Well, sort of. Not really on super highways, but we do have this sort of thing. We have, for example, 80s nostalgia. Those of us who lived through the 80s cannot believe that such a thing as 80s nostalgia. In fact, it was a joke back in the movie when it was made in the 1980s. Google Glasses. People sitting at the same table, instead of talking to one another, speaking remotely to other people elsewhere around the world. That has come to fruition as well. This, as predictions come in, we've been asking our viewers to say, what do they think of the world and how it's developed according to the way it did in the movies way back then? People are saying a number of things, including the folks in Australia. These are a police force that in a mock show of force went out on those hoverboards. People saying to us this morning, we still don't have flying cars. Well, not really the way they had it in the movie. Others pointing out that we don't have bionic devices as well to the same extent that they predict in the movie in terms of implants. Nonetheless, we do seem to have, well, we're on the cusp of this. Have a look.
Well, who knew that Marty McFly would inspire Lexus, our own great Scott here with the business angle of all of this. And we are talking huge business, not just things like, you know, flying hoverboards, but in terms of people now getting nostalgic and wanting to go and maybe do a triple screening at a movie theater.
And anywhere a corporation smells that kind of nostalgia and the ability to make money out of it, you better believe that they're going to be doing that. So we're watching Universal Pictures, which has made this film originally back in 1985, etc., is re-releasing the films today. So anybody that's interested, go see a triple feature at Cineplex, $18. You get all three movies, AMC as well. The original release back in 1985. For all three, cost less than $100 million, and it's one of the biggest grossers as far as a franchise goes, about $100 billion. But as John mentioned, there's the hoverboard as well. This spun off all kinds of inventions. And Lexus, which is basically Toyota, has a tie with the original movie as well. Marty McFly drove a Toyota pickup truck, so they had original sponsorship there. Pepsi had original sponsorship in the original movie as well. The Still Perfect Pepsi is what McFly saw for sale in 2015. 6,500 of these limited edition bottles came out. They're sold out very quickly, apparently. Nike, by happenstance, Michael J. Fox showed up on the set with a pair of Nike shoes. They donated 1,500 shoes. They kept the staff supplied in them. And they are expected to come out with something even today on Twitter as far as a self-tying shoe. So that's one to watch as well. But there's all kinds of people trying to get on the bandwagon here. Here's one for a junky-looking iPhone case. There's a DeLorean look-alike. I don't know if you want to fit that in your pocket. How many of these are going to be sold? But you press a couple of buttons there. But Red Bull's in, and Perrier's in. Everyone's trying to capitalize on this big, because how often does this happen? When you're actually, it's so far in the future when the movie came out, and it's actually today.
Today is the date. You mentioned the DeLorean, the snazzy phone there. What about the car itself? Whatever happened?
Well, it actually went bankrupt a couple years before the movie was made. There was a limited production, about less than 10,000 vehicles. But if you've got one out there, it is a classic collector's item.